Everyone knows that Hollywood movie stars make some of the world's biggest paychecks. But not all actors show the same standard of talent, and some can make much more than others when factoring in pulling power. Number 1. First up, we got Tom Cruise grossing a whopping $100 million on his newest movie, Top Gun: Maverick. Also the highest paid actor, Tom Cruise takes the top spot for Top Gun by a wide margin. He was also a co-producer while receiving only a basic salary of $13 million for the sequel. He received a share of the movie's net profit thanks to the co-producer designation. Given that the film's global box office take was close to $1.5 billion, making it Paramount's highest-grossing film ever, Cruise reportedly made more than $100 million from his involvement in the production. It's also the first of Cruise's films to surpass the $1 billion box office threshold. Number 2. Will Smith. A scandal involving the larger-than-life actor's slapping of Chris Rock on live television at the Oscars rocked the industry earlier this year. Many people question whether his career would end after that. Emancipation, in my opinion, was a great movie, an Apple TV Plus film that follows the life of a slave and is set in the 1860s, has garnered generally excellent reviews, despite the fact that most people are still warily hedging their bets. Some people even refer to it as Smith's savior. Fun fact, Will Smith is the only actor to have 8 films that gross over $100 million domestically and 11 films that gross over $150 million internationally. Number 3. The third spot, Mr. Leonardo DiCaprio. Leo is far from finished, even though he finally received his Oscar. According to Screen Rant, DiCaprio will be working with Martin Scorsese through Apple TV Plus and Paramount Pictures, and will be starring with Robert De Niro for a pretty penny of $30 million. The film is set in the 1920s and follows an FBI investigation into the enigmatic deaths of Osage tribe members in Oklahoma. The movie is much awaited and is based on the non-fiction book Killers of the Flower Moon, the Osage Murders, and the Birth of the FBI. Number 4. When we discuss high-paid actors, one of the first names that springs to mind is Brad Pitt, and with good reason. On this Formula One thriller he's working on with Apple Studios, the name hasn't even been revealed, but he's supposedly already been locked in for a sizable salary. According to internet reports, he'll be portraying a seasoned Formula One racer, and Maverick director Joseph Kosinski is set to helm the film. Although reviewers took longer to board the bullet train, but don't they always? Audiences enjoyed Brad Pitt's most recent film. Pitt received $31 million in compensation for his success, demonstrating how consistently successful he is. But let's see if he's more successful than Dwayne Johnson. Number 5. The Rock, a very high fan favorite. Over 10 years went into the making of Dwayne Johnson's first superhero film. Dwayne was paid $22.5 million to play DC Comics' Black Adam after the movie was really put into production, and he also co-produced it. Although in this example the film did poorly, given an estimated budget of $260 million and a gross of $390 million, according to Box Office Mojo. The producers are really the biggest winners in the film industry because they receive a percentage of the net earnings. The former wrestler-turned-movie star's amazing online Rolodex is another significant source of income. Johnson receives an additional few million dollars, number unknown, for marketing the film on his social media. Johnson is undoubtedly one of the most active actors on social media, with 350 million followers on his Instagram, not including his TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube viewers. Although this time it failed, it ought to be a significant marketing boost for the film, which is why the studio paid through the money to capitalize on it. Do you guys think this movie was popcorn-worthy or Rotten Tomatoes? Let me know down below in the comments. Number 6. Mr. Will Ferrell, known for rubbing his jingle bells on people's drum set, now also known for his manic energy, outlandish gags, and energetic commitment even to a failing joke. Ferrell became a fixture on SNL. Will Ferrell, in my opinion, should get more credit for his movies and acting because of his top movies like Step Brothers, The Anchorman, The Other Guys, Elf, and so on. But that's not up to me. His highest-paying movie has grossed him so far a pretty penny of $20 million. Surprise, surprise, with a funny dark humor guy like Will, his best movie actually is one that subscribed to my YouTube channel. The Lego Movie was his best movie yet. I know, right? I even had to pick my face up off the floor. This movie did an amazing job in the box office, raking in $468.1 million. Damn! I mean, it is a kids' movie, although if that's the case, I think I would enjoy watching the movie myself. Number 7. Maybe not as much as Thor himself, Chris Hemsworth. Surprisingly, with being a superhero, he's only made the same amount as Will Ferrell, $20 million to his highest paid movie, which was $20 million. Also, his highest grossing movie was Thor: Love and Thunder, and came in at $760 million, which is one of his best movies, just like Extraction 1 and 2. Number 8. One of the smoothest guys in Fast and Furious, Caillou.
You embarrass me!
Being one of the best and main actors in Fast and Furious, one of, if not the biggest franchise ever, he made $20 million. I don't think it's that bad, being he has made 11 Fast and Furious movies. Multiply that together, that's a pretty huge chunk of change, not counting his endorsements. This franchise has grossed over $6 billion! I hope their contract allows them to keep getting some change in that movie. Some do, some don't. Kinda hard to say. Number 9. Maybe not as hard as Tom Hardy, Staying Hardy. Hardy hit the money jackpot when he landed the lead gig for Marvel's Venom franchise. The British actor reportedly made $20 million for re-signing the Disney-produced character for its upcoming third movie. These last 4 actors have all made the same out, well, depending on how you look at it in their portfolios. Cause Venom, in my opinion, is a good movie, but nothing like Thor's movie or the Fast and Furious franchise. While Venom has its fair share, it's not sought out to be talked about too much. But there is a Venom 3 that should be being made, so we'll take a look at that. Number 10. The Joker, Joaquin Phoenix.
And here we go.
The Joker movie brought him $20 million, but at what cost? Of him losing 20 pounds for the role. Joaquin wasn't happy with it, stating that he was angry all the time since he deprived himself of food just to fit the role. Well, purposely depriving yourself of food, I'm pretty sure would turn anyone mad. Now that he's playing an amazing role during The Joker, I wonder if that had any effect on him mentally, since that character is nothing but insanity. Most people thought the new Joker was kind of a flop, but I think he did a pretty good job, since they continuously switched the Joker actor.